you go on a date with a girl, really expensive restaurant, and she's like, oh, what do you do? Or no, you go on a date with a girl, McDonald's. What do you do? Oh, I'm a YouTuber. She's kind of like, oh, okay. But like you go to a really expensive restaurant, I'm a YouTuber. That instantly becomes like, oh, like you're a success. Like it changes from like, oh, you're trying to be a YouTuber to, oh, you're a successful YouTuber. And it could apply to anything. You go on a date with a girl to somewhere broke. What do you do? Or you meet a girl in McDonald's. I don't know. That's an example I always use. I hate hating on McDonald's because people like McDonald's. But let's say you meet a girl at McDonald's and she's like, oh, what do you do? I'm a rapper. And you're like, oh, okay. But now you meet a girl on a yacht. What do you do? I'm a rapper. She's like, oh, really? Like, let me see your songs. It just changes the whole dynamic.
But well, yeah, on the surface level, definitely does.
The context changes the entire dynamic.
But then also how you present yourself in the moment. Because let's just say if you were to flip it, you could be the person who looks rich in McDonald's and you say, well, you're a rapper or whatever. I think you could get the same result as a person who's on the yacht. But if you now look broke in the McDonald's, it doesn't work. If you look rich, or I should say, if you look broke on the yacht, although you're on the yacht, it may not be sustainable. I think it flips.
No, I don't think so.
I think it flips.
I think being on the yacht just changes it regardless.
Well, no, being on the yacht, you have to work to get there, yes.
But so like even if you look broke, because I go on yachts, I'm wearing a fucking tank top. I look super broke, bro.
But then that's where the confidence level, I guess, comes in as well. Because how do you approach? I guess it works. Because there's a lot of people who I've seen just in real field research, just observing. You just see somebody who goes up there, they think, all right, well, you know, I'm in the ambiance, I'm in the location.
I think guys are getting it though. I think guys are getting it though. I don't know how this became a relationship episode, but like it was one of those things. Like as a married man, I can tell you from fucking experience, right? Like I can tell you from doing all of this stuff myself. I can speak from experience now. So I don't know, and it feels better to talk about it now that I'm married because it doesn't apply to me no more. I'm not like giving away no game that I'm going to use in the future.
Right. Because there's a lot of dudes that's struggling out there, you know. Just, what was the percentage? It was 30%, you know, either virgins or haven't had sex in a year.
It's 3 times higher than it was.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ago. And then you see how much dudes are alone, you know, just out there struggling, can't seem to get women. Not even just for like the douchebag reasons, but actually have that companionship. Because I couldn't fathom what it's like, you know, go home or you wake up every single morning, you go to work, you come back and it's just a void of emptiness and you can't seem to figure out how to go find the that companionship that you so desperately desire. Yeah. So you end up going online and, you know, you're searching different ways. Maybe you go deep into the red pill. Maybe you start to build a bit of anger towards women or whatever the case is. You just got to go out there and just try stuff, you know. Yeah. And then as time develops and whether you get things out of your system, whether you go and you find another companion or whatever the case is, you start to identify with what love really is. At that point, now you get out of that void. Yeah.
When you got that love in your life, you just become a much happier person.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful thing because it gives you that security. And when you know somebody got your back.
When you know somebody loves you.
Right.
When you don't feel alone in the world.
Yeah, but then the tough thing in all of that is
loneliness is the real pandemic.
You got to go, yes, but you got to go through all of the bullshit to make it there. A lot of people just think they can make a quick transition from, well, I'm lonely, and then bam, I found love. But there's a lot of work in between, and that's the portion that throws people off.
It's the hero's journey. You look at like any sort of like superhero movie. Yeah. It's like they have to go through like some sort of hero's journey. Look at Batman. I watched Batman the other day because I watch these movies for inspiration. Which one? All 3 of them.
So you watched the Christian Bale one?
The first 2. I haven't seen that. I didn't watch the Bane. I've seen the Bane one, but I didn't watch it around this time around. Okay. I watched the first one because I needed that origin story. Yeah. Right? And he went through that trauma. Parents died. He went to go train with ninjas. And then he fucking burned this ninja village down, escaped. And then there was one scene where like he's talking about like he wakes up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because he was fighting crime all night. First thing he does, he stands up, drops down, just starts doing push-ups. I'm like, that's the hero's journey. Your parents don't have to die, but like metaphorically, your parents have to die, and you have to train with ninjas in the mountains to become the fucking man. You know, so like that's the way I see it. It's like the hero's journey. So people, like I said, loneliness is the real pandemic, and the only way to escape this pandemic is not by wearing a mask. It's not by getting a vaccine. You know what the real vaccine is? The hero's journey.
That's a bar.